And if you're doing any traveling this weekend, overall we'll have pretty nice weather for it. Let's send it over to Greg for a look at our forecast.
Yeah, we definitely have a period of showers and thunderstorms coming through tonight, but for the most part, the weekend is going to be fairly quiet, even going into Monday, but then things will definitely start to change for next week. Right now, that complex that is developing and pushing through Minneapolis should begin to push further east until Eau Claire, but then it's going to kind of separate a little bit. A piece of it will go eastward, but then the main batch of this basically complex will begin to surge southeastward like they typically do. That'll approach maybe I-90 by the time we get to about 2 to 3 in the morning, potentially getting into La Crosse by 5. But you notice how it surges southeastward, and that generally is a damaging wind gusting we'll have to keep an eye of. Otherwise, heavier rainfall too along and west of the river is another issue overnight, so we'll have to keep an eye on that through the morning hour. Further north and east you go, it's going to be more scattered as indicated by 5 a.m. But then as you can see it cushion into Crawford County, Richland County, that'll be the concern going into about 5 to 7 for heavier rainfall, potentially some damaging winds too if it stays together. So generally if you're west of the river tonight, going further south of I-90 into southwest Wisconsin, that's an area of concern we'll have to keep an eye on. Once we get past about 7, 8 a.m., most of the activity pushes to the east. We're kind of behind the cold front now. We'll start seeing the winds pick up a little out of the north and more sunshine in the afternoon. Now this is trying to pick up a few little scattered showers out there, but I think most of this will just be cloud cover. It will be less humid going into that time frame too. That sets the stage up for some nice weather going to Sunday. Overall, the severe threat further south and west, but keep an eye on damaging winds. It does get fairly close. This is for tonight through to about 4 a.m. Tomorrow morning, this pushes eastward. This is from 4 a.m. Now for the rest of Saturday, you can see the threat has pushed east and pretty much ends for our area. Heavier rainfall now, you can discount some of this area could pick up 1 to 2. If you're in some of these areas, you could pick up 3 in these circumstances. It's isolated mountains, but that's where the flooding threat would be, but definitely going to be quite a bit of rain. Then it's less likely as you go further north, kind of more spotty, 1/2 inch to 1 inch. So the threat really is along and south of I-90 with that complex coming through. Now as we look at the temperatures tomorrow, overall should be upper 70s, low 80s, more humid in the morning, less humid in the afternoon. So all in all, that's still below average. And Sunday, after kind of a cool start, we could have 50s once again for Sunday morning, but upper 70s, low 80s, fantastic weather Sunday, humidity far less too on Saturday, so really it's going to feel real nice. And even Monday, we kind of warm up a little bit, but humidity levels still not bad. But then following Monday, we're going to start getting into what we call the ring of fire pattern, a very typical pattern that we get in the summer where storms start out to the west, they travel up to the plain states and come back down southeast over this big dome of high pressure. And that means increasing humidity next week and thunderstorm chances start ramping up too, a lot of times night to early morning hours too, and that's what we're looking at. So more details to come, and chances will probably become a little bit higher with precipitation as we get closer to that period. But definitely enjoy the temperatures through Sunday and even Monday, and then it definitely will be more typical end of the July type conditions from Tuesday and beyond. Will be definitely humid, especially Wednesday. Wednesday right now looks like the one where you might see the heat get up into the mid, maybe upper 90s, but we'll go back and forth. So in the meantime, enjoy the weekend, and then get ready for next week.
I don't want to see that humidity at all.
Yeah, unfortunately,
so
we still got July and August to go through.
Oh boy, all right. Well, thank you, Greg.